Hey guys, welcome back to today's edition of how the Vikings are trying to screw over the fan base in 2020 and go 0-16. The Vikings have done two more big time moves today, and neither make a whole lot of sense. Number one, we'll start with the least offensive, and that is re signing veteran backup quarterback Sean Mannion to another 1 year deal. I don't see a reason for this. I think the Vikings should have almost for sure drafted the backup and let him enter the building as the potential starter in 3 years. Oh, but now we have Sean Mannion to hold the clipboard and do a whole lot of nothing once again for Kirk Cousins, who, like I've always said, he never gets hurt. So he won't play, and we'll make way too much money for a guy that won't play. Now, the reason this might be kind of good, and the reason that this has any type of intrigue at all, is by all accounts, Mannion's a smart quarterback, and he does help Cousins out, and he might have played a small role in improving his play last year, but I think that's all very little at best. So I think we should have just let him walk and went out for a quarterback in the draft. We could have drafted one and kept one on the roster as an undrafted rookie. But now it's looking like we'll probably just go for a late round pick or undrafted rookie, and maybe he won't even make the team. But the Vikings usually like three quarterbacks, so we'll have to see what the Vikings will do there at the quarterback position. I still like the idea of drafting one in the day 3 at this point, but so day 2 intriguing picks like Jalen Hurts is probably completely out of the question now. So moving on to maybe the dumbest move, and this is coming off of a couple days ago when we traded our best offensive player. The Vikings have released starting right guard Josh Klein. A move that makes absolutely no sense. Josh Klein, by all accounts, was an average right guard, which you might go, oh, average, that's not good, so whatever. But average for the Vikings is really, really good. It's hard to get linemen that are average. If the Vikings, all 5 linemen, were as good as Josh Klein, the Vikings would have went 14-2 or something, right? That's all we needed to be is average, and Josh Klein being that guy and getting a deal that's not like a ludicrous amount, just $6 million. And oh, what does it do? Does it save a lot of money? No. This saves the Vikings $1.5 million, incurs about $4 million dead cap, and again, what are the Vikings doing this offseason? We re-sign Cousins, we look like we're all in, then we ship off Diggs, we cut Klein, we can't re-sign any of our high-priced guys. It looks like we're trying to trade Anthony Harris, which is stupid. Unless we can package something together where we're in the top 10 and we can get Tristan Wirfs for one of these top tier offensive tackles. But at this point, I don't even want to check Vikings Twitter because I don't want to see what the next stupid move they'd make. So, give me your thoughts on the release of Josh Klein. Do you think the Vikings will be fine? Because all of a sudden, we look like a very desperate team. We need corners. We have our 2 starting corners last year left. They are gone. And Mackenzie Alexander, our starting nickel, is still a free agent. So Vikings could be without all 3 starting corners. No Diggs. So, and BC Johnson is by no means a number 2 wide receiver. I don't even think he's good enough to be a wide receiver 3 as of right now. I think he's kind of a poor man's Jarius Wright, which is fine, but we need to upgrade there as well. And now we have a huge, already our biggest need was offensive line, and now we need it even more. So what are the Vikings going to do there? Drew Samia is an option. We could slide Reef into guard, but that opens up left tackle. So what will the Vikings do there? Ali Udo maybe, but the Vikings have glaring holes on both offense and defense now. Hopefully they can fill them. Hopefully they can figure it out. Hopefully it's some big scheme. But when you cut Josh Klein, who is better than Elflein, and you would save more money if you cut Elflein, it just, all these moves aren't making a whole lot of sense. So if you're a mad scientist, in the comment section down below, explain how cutting Josh Klein is going to help the team. And we'll see you guys in the next Zero Vikings video. See you guys then.